And for the first time ever, we are live streaming on LinkedIn and YouTube for the Tutoring Business Club. We meet every month, an opportunity for our business members to come together and connect. And we're going to be live streaming just the first part. So let's have a look at the agenda for today. So the first thing we will do is we will go through our welcomes and introductions, and then we'll go into the group workshop, which those of you that have been with us on a monthly basis will know what that looks like. And this is the bit we will live stream. So hello LinkedIn, hello YouTube. You will have the privilege of listening in to the first part of this session, and then we'll close the live, and then we'll go into our breakout sessions, an opportunity for you to connect with one another and share best practices. And then we'll have that group discussion at the end to close out with an accountability piece. So 90 minutes of joy on World Tutors Day. So let's start with the welcome. So those of you that don't know me, my name is Odette. I have 20 years of experience in coaching and building global teams. I joined Qualified Tutor in 2022 as a business consultant. And then a year ago, that's it, 2 feet in, business partner with Julia. So I'm here to facilitate the session and work with you. I will ask questions. I love the fact that you all keep coming back, because I do ask questions and push boundaries, because this is a safe place. Now, we are live streaming, and Julia and I, this is an example of when business owners may not always agree about going live for this session, because for me, it really is a safe place. And for all of you, I know you feel the same. So we got to a compromise. Eunice was like, yes, go live, show everyone what you do. And I was still not feeling so comfortable with it. So we agreed that we would live stream the first part, so we can still have our safe place at the end where we really talk about those takeaways and making ourselves accountable to ensure we can achieve what we want to achieve from the session. So house rules. The house rules are the 3 values at Qualified Tutor: be curious, be generous, be reflective. Those of you that are listening and watching on LinkedIn, Julia is manning the chat in there, so she'll be able to answer any questions that you may have, any feedback that you want to share. She'll answer you in there. If you would like to come and join the monthly tutoring business group, you are very welcome to do so, and you will find it in the event in our Eventbrite page. And if you're a member of Qualified Tutor, you get special links to access. So what we're going to do first is we're going to start with a 20-second introduction with the people that have joined me on Zoom today. So your name, your business, and how are you celebrating World Tutors Day? So, Christy, we're going to start with you.
Hello, so my name's Christy. I'm an ex-primary school teacher, and I've been teaching for almost 8 years. I'm celebrating World Tutors Day by being on here with you today because I have so many other things I need to sort, but this is a priority today.
And what's the name of your business, Christy?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I Can Education.
I Can Education, and where are you based?
Cwmbran and Pontypool, but from September we're going just to Pontypool because we've been offered the whole building, which is 3 stories, so that's really exciting for us.
Amazing. So it's a tuition centre.
Yeah, sorry.
Fantastic.
I'm slow today, aren't I?
No, you're not. Never. Thank you, Christy. Welcome. Eunice?
Hi, my name is Eunice. I run Clever Bee Tuition. I've been doing that for the past 4 years. We provide face-to-face, quality-first, in-person tuition at a centre in Huddersfield. And the way I'm celebrating World Tutors Day is joining in on the festivities with you folk. So amazing.
Fantastic. Eunice, I hope, and we can say this for the first time because we haven't caught up properly recently, but huge congratulations.
So
and I hope you are celebrating with your very new wife and enjoying World Tutors Day together. Huge congratulations.
Thank you.
Hello, Emma. Gorgeous Emma. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thanks.
So, give us your introduction.
Okay, I'm Emma. I am the founder of Core Plus Tuition, and we offer maths, English, and science tuition one-to-one, online, in person, and small groups. And I am celebrating World Tutors Day by spending lots of time with Julia. So I'm here, I'm doing a live with Julia later on today, and I've also done 2 of the presentations for the CPD goodie bag.
Very nice. So Julia will put that into the chat on the LinkedIn live, but there is free CPD available to everyone and anyone. But those of you that are members in the QT members area, you bless you, Julia. She's making noise in my session. She told me off for coughing during after session, just so you know. There is free CPD for everybody for the month of July to celebrate World Tutors Day. Those of you that are members of Qualified Tutor will have access to it forever inside the QT members area. So Jenna has joined us. Jenna, is your camera coming on today?
I am trying to make it work. I don't know what's happening.
Okay, while you work it out, would you just introduce yourself, please, with your name, your business name, and how you're celebrating World Tutors Day?
So hi, I'm Jenna. My organisation is called Blackstream Education, and I can't remember what the other question was. I'm so sorry.
How are you celebrating World Tutors Day, Jenna?
Slightly frantically. It has been a very chaotic couple of weeks for me, and I am here, and that's about as much as it's gotten so far, but I have lots of cancellations today, so I am yet to figure it out.
Jenna, just stay on the Zoom. You'll be with us all day. My WhatsApp has been going mad today with people wanting to make sure that they're accessing all the right links, all the right sessions, and not missing out. So we are delighted to have you all here today. So let's go into the group workshop. So the group workshop, the way it's going to work is I am here to facilitate the conversation. I don't present to you. I give you questions, ideas, thought-provoking statements sometimes to see your ideas come through. So the workshop for our July club is growing your business for the next academic year. And the focus of the group workshop is people. Because as business owners, you need people. But as tuition business owners, you need 2 different types of people. You need customers and you need tutors. So we're going to look at those 2 aspects. So first of all, we're going to look at who are our customers. And the next piece we're going to look at is finding the right tutors for your business. All of you will have something slightly different that you'll need. So for example, Christy, a tutor in London is going to be no use to you because you are a tuition centre in Wales. The same with you, Eunice. You know, you're a tuition centre in Huddersfield. Therefore, you need people in Huddersfield. Whereas Emma has lots of online services. Therefore, there is lots of opportunity for her to go anywhere in the world because you can take a tutor from anywhere in the world and use it in your business. So let's first of all focus on our customers. Who are your customers? Now, when we ask that question, I want you to think about your ideal customer. Who are your ideal customers? Think about your client base currently. On which ones are the best ones for you? Now, the reason we ask that question, hey Lucy, she's just joining, is if we know who our ideal customer is, and we can look at our current client base, we can look at where they came from, and then we can look at the best practice and go and find some more. So my question to you is, do you know who your ideal customer is? Eunice is nodding yes. You're in a community centre, aren't you? Okay.
That's right.
Now, Eunice, with the ideal customers that you have, do they come in organically, or do you have to go and get them?
Going and getting them has never worked for me. Okay, I've actually spent a lot of time and money trying to go and acquire customers, and that's never worked. So it's the organic, the referrals, the passing by the center and looking at the signboard outside. That is what is has worked for me.
So when they come into the community centre, is that when you get them into the tuition centre?
No, so we have a number of channels. So we've got like our WhatsApp groups. There's like community WhatsApp groups. So we do advertise our services, etc., through there. And it's just I think by the time they actually enter the center, they've already decided that they want to be a client. They've made that decision.
Yeah.
So the customers is definitely made somewhere else, and it's just about me pinpointing at what point has the parent decided that I want tuition and I want tuition from Cleverbee. And I'm still exploring that, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Of course you're being completely honest, because this is where we are able to be honest and accountable for ourselves. That's brilliant. Emma, from an online perspective, where are you finding your ideal client?
To be honest, most of them are still local. Even though we're offering online, we're still advertising locally, and therefore most of our clients are still within quite a small radius of where we are. So we're still doing local Facebook groups, we're still doing leaflets, we're still doing all the things you would do if you were based locally. And of course, we have our in-person groups, which are local as well. So we focus our marketing locally, but if they want online, my tutors are as far as Northern Ireland.
Wow. So you have the setup of your tutors to be able to deliver the online.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. And we'll go on to the bit about the tutor. So it's your ideal client at the moment is locally. Are they coming from any particular school or background?
Out of all the schools locally, we do get more from certain schools than others, which I think is the nature of the tutoring. It's more, we get a lot through the recommendations on Facebook posts, where it's, does anyone know a tutor? We get a lot through that.
I was going to ask about the Facebook, because Facebook can sometimes be a little bit toxic. So are you finding it safe to get your clients from there?
Yeah, like I'm really lucky that I have got a tribe of people locally that as soon as those posts come up of can anyone recommend a tutor, they jump on it. And I mean they jump on it. And it's just a sea of core plus tuition, which is amazing. And I'm really lucky that I've got that. And some clients come to us, ask for a quote, and walk away. That's fine. They're not our ideal client. But it's still where we get the majority of our clients from.
Amazing. Amazing. Mansib, so lovely to see you. Now, your clients are very different because you work in the high net worth area, and it's face-to-face tuition.
Yeah.
Do you know where to find your ideal customers?
Where to find or how to find?
Both.
Now we are getting customers because of the reference, customer reference, new customers we are getting like that. And as this is a physical center, of course, Qatar is our market. And and we do advertisements as well, like Google Ads and references. These are the main source of leads.
It's interesting listening to you all, because it sounds like, and correct me if I'm wrong, your ideal customers come from referrals, because those clients that are right for you stay, and then they bring in more customers.
Yes.
Do any of you do any deals or special offers for any of your clients that do referral?
Right now, nothing. But when I looked into that numbers, I think I should start some referral scheme, something like that. But I'm not sure my customers will be attractive with that referral schemes, because they are not looking for, to save money or something.
Yeah.
So that part also there. But maybe we may offer some tutoring aways, something like that, special offer or some add-on values maybe.
Yeah, amazing. Christy, is there anything you wanted to add to this in regards to your ideal customer?
I think maybe I interpreted the question slightly different, because the first thing that came to mind was primary. In terms of the student, only because I've noticed recently that we were very primary led, but the last few years then we've had nowhere near as many secondary, but a few secondary students. And now they've gone, obviously I've not experienced it before. I'm like, oh, right, okay. That's quite a few students that have left. So in terms of an ideal customer in terms of student, I think sometimes, quote me if I'm wrong, because obviously it's a lot of secondary students as well. Primary works really well for us because when they come, they just stay. And they're very likely to be with us for quite a few years. However, when they are younger, you could argue the fact that, parents are not going to keep them with us forever until they get to GCSE. So there will be a point when they leave.
Why not? Why would they not stay? If you're offering GCSE, why would they not? Is that the journey that you get them in earlier and then they stay with you?
Yeah, I think I need to look at it, because we've had a student that's been with us since we've opened, and Mum has said it's getting really tricky to get him there at the moment. He's getting bored, he's fed up. So maybe I need to look at that kind of customer journey when they're, with us. What else could we offer? But in terms of how we get our customers, it's very much Facebook. Like Emma was saying, it's just like, well, everything will jump on and just spread our name across Facebook. So even though I wanted to come away from that because I've got a new website and have inquiries through that way, I'm finding it is very much, getting Facebook messages from people at like 11:30 on a Sunday inquiring and things like that. So I am grateful, but it just blows your phone up quite a lot.
Emma?
Just on the students leaving you, I have a slightly different perspective, because if a student's leaving us halfway through their journey to, say, GCSEs, sometimes it's because we've done our job really well.
Gorgeous.
We've built their confidence and actually they don't need us anymore. So some leave us for financial reasons, some leave us for other reasons, but actually the majority that leave, say, in year 8, I've got one that's leaving me this year, it's because actually she's grown her confidence, she's now achieving, she doesn't need me anymore. And I actually quite like it when they leave halfway through, because it's like, I'm not a crutch anymore, they don't need me, and that's quite nice.
That is gorgeous. I totally relate to that. Most of you know that I work as a business coach and a mentor, and my goal is for the people that I work with not to need me or to need me less. And as that builds up, I know that I've done my job. So I can totally relate to that. That was gorgeous, Emma. Thank you for sharing. Let's now have a look at finding the right tutors for your business. Look, do you see Emma and Christy's face then? Did they like, oh, okay. This is really hard, because actually your tutors are also your customers, because you're serving them, you're providing them with work, and recruitment is the biggest cost on anyone's business apart from marketing. But recruitment, it costs you time, your money, resources. And when you get it right, we want to celebrate. And today, we're celebrating all the professional tutors around the world. But as business owners that are recruiting tutors, whether they're self-employed or you're employing them, whatever the status, you still have to have a relationship with them. Where are you finding your ideal tutor? So let's take a step back. Do you know, put your hands up if you know your ideal tutor. Okay, Eunice, no. Emma, I've never seen you so uncertain before. Christy, stop this. Stop this.
I need to clarify that because the ideal tutor is different to the ideal client in that
Correct.
it varies. So all my tutors are different,
Why?
but they're all ideal
Why?
because they all offer something slightly different, which is what works for my business model, that I
Okay.
can match them to the needs of the student.
So that's
If they
skill
were all the same, my business model wouldn't work.
Okay, good. That's your skill set. Now I'm talking about the character of your tutors.
Still varies.
Personality, character, but what is the same?
That they're dedicated, that they have the best interests of the student at heart, but
Dedicated.
their personality is very different.
Okay.
So I have some that are very good at hand-holding, which some students need, and I have some that are more like me and a little bit firmer, and some students need that too.
Good. So that's skill set. When you say they're dedicated and they want they have the best interest of their tutor at heart, that's their values. And that's the value of core tuition. So what are your values in your business?
Honesty.
Yeah.
Integrity. Building the whole person, not just focusing on the grades.
Very good.
And I don't know, I'm referring to the one it's on the wall. I've got it in front of me. Hold on. Bear with. What else is there? Oh, family. Family is the other one. That it's not just about the student, it's about the whole family.
So when you're recruiting your tutor, those values apply to them as well.
Yes.
Very good. Okay. Christy.
I said, "Give please don't ask me. I can't remember."
No.
5 P's. I got the 5 P's.
Yeah. Christy has 5 P's in her values in ICANN education. Christy, do you know who your ideal tutors are?
I would say the ideal tutor for me, and I know sometimes doesn't exist, is someone who's as passionate as I am about what I do, which I always get told they'll never be passionate because, it's their second job and they're full-time teachers and things like that. But yeah, it would be to have somebody who is really enthusiastic and says, like we had a tutor say to me recently when I told about moving to one building, "Oh, please let me know if there's anything you need. I'll come and help and I'll get involved." And I thought, "Oh, do you know what? Let's ask the tutors what they'd like to see more of and things like that." But just having someone that is committed, enthusiastic, passionate, professional, the list could go on. But like Emma said, all the tutors are different. For example, I've got a tutor that needs more reassurance and really needs support with behavior management, whereas I've got another teacher who literally turns up at the same time as his students, rocks up, amazing teacher, behavior management's amazing, she knows exactly what she's doing. So they've all got pros and cons.
Okay, good. Mansub, do you know your ideal tutor?
Yes. Young and energetic and coachable.
Oh, very good. Coachable. I love that.
Yes. And and every day they should update. Tutor should be a continuous learner.
Very good. Did you know where to find them?
Sorry?
Do you know where to find them?
Where to find? So it's a big process. And when we recruit teachers, first we will give the list of values. So we make sure, are you okay with these values? Then only we recruit the tutors. So best tutors in worst system will become worst tutor. So if we have a good system and they are eager to become best, they can we can easily mold them.
Excellent. Jenna, I know that the plan is to start recruiting. Do you know what the values are of your business and what you'd be looking for in an ideal tutor?
Largely, I think so. And I feel like maybe my approach is slightly different to some of the things I'm hearing today, because my ideal tutors are actually a lot more similar to my ideal clients. Because of the way that I work, I focus a lot more on the relationship and how we work together and that side of things. So for me, it is absolutely vital that any tutor, and this goes for like partnerships and kind of other kinds of business relationships as well, not just as we look at tutors, we have to be able to collaborate, we have to be able to communicate, we have to be able to have a level of communication that is really, really honest and really vulnerable and really respectful, but like in a really, I hate the word respectful because it's so misused and misunderstood and it's so weaponized, but I mean it in a really, really like genuine, compassionate way. The way that I would work with a young person, the way that I would work with a family is how I want to work with other tutors as well. And I do it with the other professionals I work with. I work with a lot of clinical professionals, for example, with therapists and occupational therapists and so, speech and language, all of those things. And I need that from everyone that I work with. Even like that was the foundation of my relationship with our web designers even, and that's turned into a whole massive thing. Yeah. And to me, it's that genuine connection and that genuine openness on whatever is right for you. It's how easy is it to find that common ground with someone? How easy is it for us to feel safe with each other? And for me to be able to ask for input or share my input, and for you to do the same for me in all aspects. I would rather someone stick their nose in everywhere than not come to me with anything.
Fantastic. Jenna, you have touched on so many good points there, and you guys on the Zoom call know about Qualified Tutor, and we talk about being safe, skilled and supported as a professional. And we truly believe that in any profession that you're in, and even at home, if you feel safe and you're skilled in what you're doing and you are supported, that is the best place for you to be. And when you look at the values of your business, those values should be projected in every direction, and they shouldn't change between your employees and your clients. They should be everywhere and for everyone. And by using those values in everything that you do, you're able to attract those people because you project it. So then you're able to attract your ideal clients and your ideal employees as well. Now, if we think about the takeaways from this session about growing your business for the next academic year, thinking about your customers and thinking about your tutors, in the next academic year, from September, where do you need to put some time? Is it in ensuring that you're getting the ideal client, or is it about getting the ideal tutor for your business? Yunus?
Currently, it's actually both. I need to be working on both concurrently. So there's times where I'm recruiting students when I don't even have the tutor, and I'm advertising for the tutor at the same time. So it's not. And sometimes what happens, I've learned from past was I've recruited the tutor, but there's no clients. So I have to do both concurrently. And it's it's sometimes it's serendipity that you happen to have the students and the tutor at the same time, and it all works out eventually. I don't know how, but it all works out eventually, and you have a nice tuition center that's running. I wish there was a way for me to say this is what you need to do, but it just happens somehow. I don't know. But I really like what you said about vibrationally, when the energy that you put out, that's what you'll attract, and that's something that I will be taking forward from what you just said previously. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome, Eunice. Anybody else?
Can I jump in?
Absolutely, Jenna, of course.
So for me, I feel like this is a bit of a tricky one because everything feels so chicken and egg. It feels like if I can put time into this one of the bits, it's going to make the other one work. And I can't put time into there because the other one doesn't work. And I have realized, I've come to the conclusion that what I need is to invest my energy and time and resources into some sort of time, whether that's like a TARDIS or like a time turner or something, but there needs to be more hours in the day and more spoons available. And I do have a plan for all that. But that is kind of where I'm starting, I think, is getting some people on board that can help me have more time and be more effective and efficient with that time so that I can do both.
Yeah, I think time management's definitely a piece. Those of you that have been on sessions with me before, we're going to do some sessions on prioritization in the next academic year, because as business owners, trying to work out what needs to happen first, sometimes we need to take a few steps back. Often when I work with people, we work through, okay, so what's the mission of your business? You know, what are you trying to achieve? What are the goals? And what are your values? And once we nail the values and the mission, everything else trickles because it should all be aligned. You shouldn't be saying one message to your parents and your clients and another message to your employees. It should feel the same. It should feel the same. I know that Christy's looking at doing a newsletter and was discussing the fact that actually the newsletter that goes out should be able to be read by her tutors, her parents, her students. It's the same messaging. Any other comments or statements about takeaways from what we've just discussed about clients and tutors? You're all being very quiet. Is it because we're live on LinkedIn? Emma, is it because we're live on LinkedIn?
No, I just don't have anything else to add.
Okay. I'm picking on you, see? Okay,
Yeah,
amazing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go into our breakout sessions. We're going to have the starter of I found the right tutors, I found the right customers by, and we'll break it into 10-minute sessions and we mix you up. There are more people waiting in the waiting room to come in and join. So we're going to all say goodbye to LinkedIn now because these sessions are definitely a safe place and private for an opportunity for you guys to ask questions, share your knowledge and advise and support each other. LinkedIn, if you would like to join us for a monthly session, feel free to come and have a look and join Qualified Tutor or just join the session and meet these gorgeous people you see here on the screen with me. And we're going to say goodbye to LinkedIn and YouTube now.
See you at 12:30 for the
12:30. I have a session with the amazing Ben, who is the founder of Full Scope Freelancer. So those of you that are listening that are independent tutors, this system, all-in-one system, is absolutely brilliant. And we have a corker of a deal for you for World Tutors Day. Those of you that are small business owners, you may want to have a look at this system because it's an all-in-one system, CRM, marketing, etc. So we're going to say goodbye. I'm just going to switch off the live and then we're going to carry on with our session. Okay.
Yeah, there's a delay.
There's a delay. Okay. I definitely pressed stop live streaming. Right. Julia got her own way because we just live streamed some of it. She's coming over now to say hello. Look at the smile on her face because we live streamed it. She's so happy. She's so happy. Okay. So what we'll do, I think we'll put you into pairs and then we'll switch you up because interestingly, Christy, Eunice and Mansip, you all have tuition centres. This is a really lovely opportunity. And for Jenna doesn't, but Jenna definitely specialises and there'll definitely be some sharing. So what I am going to do, has anyone got any questions before I split you up? Okay, good. That was easy. Right, I'm going to create 2. I'm going to let it assign automatically, and then I'll mix you up again. I'll come in and say hello, all right? See you soon. Is Emma still there?
Yeah, she is.
Why can't I see her?
I don't know, but I'm still here.
Good, I'm glad.
She's always here.
I did wonder how you were going to divide 5 into 2s.
I know, that's what I'm looking. Okay, I'm going to open.
I mean, I'm happy to stay with you, Odette.
I'm coming in. Okay, let me open the rooms and I will come in and say hi. There we go. Have you joined a room? I threw you in a room.
I'm leaving.
Okay, I'm going to go and join them.
They're gorgeous, aren't they?
Was that all right?
You had Peter 20 as well. Had Adam Caller there. You had Daniel Sugarman in there.
Oh, really?
You had Ben Gallagher.
Oh, amazing.
Oh, you. Thank you. It's my small face.
Yeah, but I like to
Clever the way you thought it.
okay. I'm going to switch them around.
I think it's with you and Roxy here.
And what time am I doing, Ben?
12:30.
Okay. Is it? Help you. Oh, this finishes at 12:30 as well.
No,
Yeah, it does. I've got no break.
You've got to close it and open it again. You've got to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to
Get the
you need
recording.
minutes.
Yeah.
So you finish at 12:20.
Can you put me back in with Christine, please, Odette?
Did you move to 2? Why are you not going in?
I don't know.
Oh no,
Hello.
mid-combos. I was moaning to Emma about my printer. She said no to the obviously I pay for everything that the tutors print, and she said absolutely not. So tell me more, Emma, quick.
They're self-employed, so I don't think actually you're allowed to.
Oh, okay. So
You need to be really, really careful in what you provide for them. So, like, we can't provide any equipment, we can't provide any tech. Like, it has to be, because they're self-employed. The way I get around it for some of it is I provide stuff for the students that the tutors then
like the
can
training
use.
provide.
Pardon?
You can't. Isn't it? Doesn't it also affect the way that you can provide training and support?
You
Yeah, that's
can't
kind of what I
direct
was on about,
them.
Christy. That's why I keep erring on the side of employing rather than freelancing.
Yeah, you can't direct them. They have to be independent. It's
yeah,
like a
and I noticed
timeline.
when I tried to get away from the printing and said, "Come on, guys, I pay for the exercise books as well. Let's try and utilize the books." Obviously, I saved quite a bit of money doing that, but because they
So
can,
if
like,
it's
I don't
me,
know if they're printing for, well, they print in everything. There's no kind of limit, and it's costing me a fortune.
I would provide the books for the students, because that's how you get around it, is that you've given the student the book because they're your client. And then everything else is up to the tutor.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
can send you my contract if you want, that outlines, or the section of my contract that outlines it if you want.
Like some will say, "Oh, don't worry if the printer's broke," because I've had to tell a few porkies sometimes to try and get them to stop printing so much. But
Yeah.
But that's the difference between a tuition business and an agency. And Christy, you need to have a really good long think and speak to the accountant about it, because the way you actually run is that they're representing you. They're representing ICANN Education. So Emma, with the agency model, you're just, it's a matching service.
We're still a business model though, but with self-employed tutors. So it's not the model that's the problem, it's the self-employed bit that's the problem. So we're still an education business. They're still our clients, which is why I can provide the students with stuff, because they're our clients and I just outsource the work. But the problem is the self-employed. If you start providing them stuff because they're self-employed, if you're providing them with resources, you're getting into a grey area with self-employment.
okay.
That's the bit. It's not about the business model, it's about the self-employed tutor. You can be a self-employed tutor under either model.
Okay. We should probably do a session on this, Emma.
Yeah. The best person to probably, I mean, I'm happy to collaborate on it, but I know Georgina knows quite a lot about it, and also Steph at Lawhound.
Yes, so Steph at Lawhound is going to do a session with us. So I think this might be.
Yeah, I do always get told, they're taking the mick, they're self-employed and they come, you've got all the resources, all the books. Some even rock up without a bag. That's how much I provide.
Oh my God, no.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'd be mortified if I was that tutor.
I don't know, tutors lab come September, I'm like, this is what's happening, this, and this, and they go, oh no, thanks.
We're not live anymore, are we, Odette?
No. You can
Don't get me wrong. I really prep my sessions, not in the way that I used to as a teacher.
No.
Like, I rock up and I go with the flow. But the reason I can go with the flow is because I've got my tablet that I can pull up a worksheet that I know where it is. I've got my mini whiteboards. I've got my counters. I've got my dice. Like, that's why I can rock up without any planning.
All
But
that's
if they're rocking up without anything, that's awful.
iPads, things like that. We've got all that. Yeah.
I would definitely have a chat with Arthur.
Even because I'm thinking, even if I was employed, that is a level of hand holding.
Yeah, but actually, when I've taken on this new person, Odette's helped me with the processing and the onboarding. Like, I'm blown away when she turns up with her flashcards and her counters and things like that. I'm like, I love her. She's so organized. I literally love this girl so much. She's so lovely. But actually, no, that's just how it should be.
And it's about setting expectation right at the start. Okay.
Oh,
Good. Guys, well done. That was really, really good. The breakout sessions, the conversations were lovely. So what I want you to think about now is the one key takeaway from today's session with what we've covered about growing your business for the next academic year. Thinking about your customers and your tutors, the people aspect. Anyone want to go first? Well, go on, Jenna.
I think my takeaway is that I want to collaborate with all of you and solve all this shit together, because actually, genuinely, we seem to all be on the same page about so much of this, right? Why don't we just pull this together? Like, there is some, I think about it even with like funding, like the charity side of what I do. And I'm like, we collaborate, we work with other organizations, we pool our resources and go in, like, you know, like what are they called? A map. What's the map stand for? Yeah, like an academy trust. You're a group, pool our resources for the training, like the way that we're all here to access qualified tutor. Why don't we turn that into something a little bit more active on the recruitment side, on like all these other things? There are so many costs that we could pull together, and I know that qualified tutor directs some of it, and you guys commission stuff, right? Like, you've got the various resources and all of that, and you provide all of these things and you get the people in, but maybe we can come together as well and team up. And
Jenna, what you're describing is a franchise model.
Yeah, but more collaborative and more separate than that. More so a community within a franchise.
Yeah, so with a franchise, they'll stipulate what you have to do and what resources you have to use and what marketing you have to do. A qualified tutor, what we're trying to do is provide you with a framework and information to be able to pick and choose. Now, there'll be members where what you do just doesn't link. So, for example, Unity's tuition centres are for a particular community. So the way he recruits and the way Christy recruit, the foundations might be the same, but the actual doing will be very different. So the idea of these sessions is to share best practice, to bring it together, and then find resources that you can use, and, you know, us get you discounts and things like that. But you should still be totally independent of one another. But yes, you're absolutely right. Every time we can find something where we can collaborate. So, for example, Emma mentioned Steph at Lawhound. We know Lawhound are the best people to provide that advice, which is why we partnered with them. And they're actually trying to create a model for our members specifically to get all the legal advice that you need and the policies and the contracts. So you don't have to go looking for it. And Emma's knowledge of how she's done her Facebook marketing, we want to be able to take Emma and be able to let her share that in the community for you all to be able to get the most from your membership. I think if there's something really specific, then let's have a conversation, Jenna, and then pull it in together. We've spoken, interestingly, with recruitment. We know localized recruitment definitely works better. As an organization, we can't get into all the local Facebook groups, but you can in your area. So the idea is that we give you tools, techniques, resources in order to be able to apply that. But the cost of marketing and recruitment is quite difficult to share.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking more like some of the practicalities, and like with all of the sharing of best practice, there are some things that may, like one or two organizations partnering together on a specific tiny thing might be like on a practical level helpful, because we've got the same need and
Yes.
that sort of thing. So like, for example, going with my neighbor, one of us goes to Costco, gets the giant thing of chicken and we share it between us kind of thing. And
Yeah.
then we do our own thing with it after. That's kind of what I was thinking, because there's so much cool stuff going on here. There's so many cool people here. Every so often I come across someone who is got the exact same need or little part of that need that
As they come up, Jenna, share it. Emma is a really, really good role model for this. When Emma finds a resource or someone that she thinks that our members would benefit from, she sends it to me. Georgina Green does it. Helen Osmond does it. Those ones that we think other people will benefit from, and then we share it. So if you come across anything where you think if we buy in bulk, now, what Qualified Tutor won't do is we won't lay out money. So when I go and make deals with people like Lawhound, and you'll meet Ben shortly from Full Scope Freelancer. By doing deals with them, we say to them, you get access, to our members, and then now you can sell in there, and then we get a better price, or we get an exclusive package, and that's how we do it. We really believe that tutoring is really a personal service, and each student needs something different. So Emma's Core Plus is an amazing business, but like she said, there'll people go and they're not right, and then they'll go somewhere else, and that's okay. That's business, and that's okay. But what we want to do at Qualified Tutor is allow each of you as businesses to provide your niche. Does that help? I feel like, is that okay?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Emma was actually the first person that I kind of felt that with, and I was like, oh.
And Emma's an amazing collaborator. So Emma, on that note, what's your one key insight or takeaway from today?
I need to get my butt into gear and organise my course because it's needed.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
What did you say? Organise your
course for tutors.
Course, yes, yeah.
That sounds amazing. I feel like you're
okay. I'm planning to do something around social media and maximizing your social media.
Yeah.
Something. I don't really
know. I
know.
still can't nail what I need to post. Like I was posting all the children doing their learning, but then actually the children not the ones on Facebook. So what is it we should be posting and sharing,
Parents love that though.
Yeah, they do.
I was going to say that's the perfect thing to be sharing.
But now I've got someone doing my social media. It's all very different. It's like trying to post more on Instagram, and I say I know that's the way of the times, but we get ours from Facebook, all our customers.
It depends where your ideal client is, and if they're not on Instagram, there's no point posting on Instagram.
Very good.
But there are ways of doing it so that you're posting across both with very little extra effort.
And I think it's very different for education. Like the marketing side is like, she's like, oh, you need to do a reel in the life of you, or you need to do this, or what's your schedule? I'm like, no one cares what my schedule is. It's different, isn't it? It's not.
There is an element of that that's needed because they do want to know who you are.
Yeah.
And the posts that get the most interaction for me are the ones that are personal and nothing about tutoring.
Then you just speak.
Emma, I want to make you accountable for what you've just said. So it's the 2nd of July. What's the next step? And when are you going to have it done by?
I want to run a beta course to start with to make sure that it works and that the idea I've got in my head, my mind monkeys are playing havoc.
Can we help you do that? Can QT help you facilitate that?
Potentially, yes.
Okay.
You need a beta tester for accessibility.
Okay.
So Emma, what's the first step?
I need to actually create an advert for it and start selling it.
Before that,
you could ask everyone in the tutor groups what they feel their business is lacking, or if it is social media marketing, what do people struggle with?
The thing, so this came from the Independent Tutors Club. So that's where the idea came from. So I know what the gap is. And we've talked about it as well today. So it's just reinforced really that there is a gap. So I know what the content of the course is.
Emma, we just said we're going to run a beta. QT are going to run a beta course for you before you do a full launch. What's the first step you need to do in order to get that?
You?
Okay, brilliant. So what are you going to do after this call?
Work out how to book a call with you. Have you got a booking link?
Perfect. So
where's your booking link?
Hold on, if you just made the action on me, to send you a link. All right, I'm sending you a link. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a call and we're gonna get a date in, and then you've got a deadline.
Okay.
All right, brilliant. Christy, what's your one key?
Oh gosh. Take away from today?
Yep. Or insight?
Oh gosh. To stop people printing. No, I'm joking.
Actually, think about what you just said.
Yeah.
And how are you going to do that?
Take away the printers, but I'm stuck with them till 2028, and it's £8,000 to get out the lease.
Okay, but think about it. If they're self-employed, what can they do?
Use their own printers.
Pay you.
That's true. Right. Yeah.
So you charge them per page. And you can make it clear that legally you're not allowed to give these supplies. But I think what we need to do is get you in touch with Steph at Lawhound and have a chat with her, have an initial call with her. She's actually done a session for World Tutors Day in the free CPD.
Okay.
So they're awesome, really awesome people. And it's 2 women business owners. They're gorgeous.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Okay. So let's get you in touch with Steph. Is that by September you won't be paying for the printer?
Yeah.
There you go. Right. Our next coaching session, Steph, Christy, I'm just making a note, okay? Eunice, what's your one key insight or takeaway from today?
So I'm actually in the process of going back to the drawing board and just looking at what it is that I want to be doing and what it is that the tuition center wants to be doing. So things like identifying gaps, product market fit, which we've talked about before. And I think what you said early on, and I mentioned this before, is what is it that you want to be attracting and putting that energy out, and just being very, very intentional and clear about what is that I want to be doing and what impact I want to be creating and who is it that I want as part of my team in order to do that. So I think that's
amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I have a challenge for you all.
Go for it.
During July, as a celebration of tutoring, I would like each of you to write a blog for parents on the QT directory. So if you haven't got a login, that means you're not certified. So the first step is to get yourself certified. And then you can write a blog for the parents on there. Because the more messaging we send from awesome people like you, the easier it is to raise standards in this profession. It's unregulated. You are the leaders. You are the right people to send those messages. And we need your help and support to do that. So, on that note, I use Odette Wallman. There's my email address. There's my Calendly, Emma. Like magic.
How do I copy and paste it?
Click it. Should work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't
because it's a share screen.
Shall I make you write it down?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit old-fashioned.
Take a picture.
Emma, I'm going to WhatsApp you.
Writing things down.
And I'm going to WhatsApp you my Calendly to book some time in. And Emma, book become a business member, for goodness sake. I want you in the WhatsApp group. Stop paying each month to come to this group and just become a business member.
The reason I haven't so far is because I don't have childcare normally. So I've had to rope in a friend to take her to preschool for me. I couldn't do it. From
That's
September,
brilliant.
I won't have that issue.
Right. So I look forward to seeing you as a business member. And then you are going to join the business WhatsApp channel, please.
And then I'm going to pick your brains.
Absolutely. Well, you can just drop me a message anyway, Christy. I don't need to be a business flat anytime.
Thank you.
You guys are absolutely awesome. I hope you've enjoyed the session today.
Thank you.
Thank you for your participation, your honesty, your generosity, your time, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Come and check in on LinkedIn for Ben's session. This all-in-one system. Emma, I know you're using a different version of it with somebody else, but come and have a look at what we've done with Ben and pricing that we've got. And we have a pre-made system as well with Qualified Tutor, which has been fantastic. And he's going to be doing a monthly session for us all. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Happy World Tutors Day.
Bye.
Bye.